Hey kids, how you doing? Comic Book Man here, and I'm joined by
Bo. How you doing, kids?
And we're here together to give you fight news, MMA fight news, the most boring news on the planet. But this guy's going to liven it up. This guy's going to make it worth watching. This guy's going to make this part of your life that you are never ever going to forget. And the first story up we got is Chuck Liddell has learned how to dance. I can't think of a more exciting story than that. Chuck Liddell's going to dance. Isn't that great?
Chuck Liddell. Will be a contestant on the upcoming season of Dancing with the Stars. Chuck has said that he dances kind of goofily, but he's going to be he's training for the dancing right now, and so he's going to dance. This won't be the first time that Chuck's been on the air. He was on the show supporting his former girlfriend Willa Ford a couple years ago on the show. Yeah, well, I already know Chuck can't dance, so therefore I'll watch the show just to see how entertaining he's going.
Is he going to punch her out?
No, he's not going to punch her out.
He's going to do a pirouette. He's going to
No punching. Okay. No punching.
Speaking of punching, though, Brock Lesnar, and Shane Carwin.
Shane Carwin is
I got
the
it
first opponent for Brock Lesnar. They will be fighting at UFC 106 on the 21st of November.
Where's UFC 106 going to be?
I think it's going to be in Pittsburgh or somewhere. I don't know where.
Okay.
Carwin was going to face Cain Velasquez at UFC 104, but Ben Rothwell is going to take his place on that pay-per-view.
The Nevada State Athletic Commission has approved what?
Instant replay.
Welcome to the 20th century.
But
those going to be death matches.
Only to detect whether or not a fighter was fouled by something the referee did not see. There was something we talked about a while ago where you had a fighter who got his finger poked in his eye. The ref didn't see it. The guy lost the fight, and so he tried to appeal.
He got his finger poked in his eye?
He was fighting, and the guy the guy who was fighting did this, and he poked his finger literally in his eye. His eyelid. It was disgusting.
Now, would that be considered cheating?
No, it wasn't cheating because the ref didn't see it. But when he appealed...
Kids, always remember, it's only cheating if you get caught.
when he appealed, they said that the ref didn't see it, so therefore they couldn't overturn the thing. By the way, the NCAC also had a rule. They created what's called the BJ Penn rule, which bans foreign substances on a fighter during or before a match. You know, because BJ Penn accused Jared St. Pierre of greasing, and he said, I couldn't hold him because he was awfully slick, because he had a whole bunch of stuff on him. And the commission went, get the hell out of here, BJ. But they also approved the rule saying they have to make sure that no one is basically bathing in Vaseline and getting into the match and then having it just sweat out of their pores, making it impossible to hold.
But that would be cheating.
Fighters
don't cheat.
That would be cheating.
Speaking of greasing, we have a Japanese fighter whose name I cannot pronounce, as it starts with an I though, and does something or other, and he was suing something with greasing or...
Masahiro Ichida basically...
What are you nodding your head about over there, little Jeffy?
He accused Gilbert Melendez of greasing during his fight at the Cyborg Cyborg Gina Carano fight.
Just trying to keep the plate spinning on the poles.
But he accused him of this. He did it verbally. He didn't exactly file the paperwork. So, the California Athletic Commission said, until you put this on paper, go away. But the guy lost the fight by knockout. So I don't know how greasy you need to be to have some guy punch you in the face and knock you out. Unless you hit him with big bottles of Vaseline in his hands.
Is that a crack in my Italian heritage?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Spike TV is going to be pimping UFC 103 big time, right?
Spike TV is going to be showing you preliminary non-pay-per-view matches for the first time ever.
Pimping!
Starting on UFC 103, which is in Dallas, Texas. You will see two fights. You'll see Efraim Escudero face Cole Miller and Drew McFedrick versus Thomas Durwal. This is another little aspect of the ongoing war between Strikeforce and UFC. And by the way, this will be commercial-free.
Well, speaking of Strikeforce, Frank Shamrock and Strikeforce are going to be doing something together.
Frank says he's going to be coming back to Strikeforce in December. He'd like to fight either Matt Lindland, Nick Diaz, who he basically said needs to give up the smoking the weed, or Kung Lee, but they'll be fighting in December. Yes, Nick Diaz smokes weed. He has a prescription because he's got ADD, but Shamrock said, I'll fight Nick if he stops smoking weed.
This is just... What a sad, pathetic group of people they are. I swear to God.
Anyway. Have you ever seen Nick Diaz?
I have no interest in seeing Nick Diaz.
He
train wreck in the making?
He's very, very hyper.
Here
Extremely hyper.
Hi, Nick.
He can paint your house in an hour.
Anyway, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. Fight news is over with. That's it. Finished, done, and...
Finito.
You got anything else?
Nah, I'm cool.
Okay, he's done. Okay, so stop off the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com. Check out his fight news and this video piece on the same page altogether. So until next time, it's Comic Book Man
And Bo.
saying, don't punch yourselves in the face. Only let the people on TV do that to each other because it's all tricks and none of it's real. It's all rehearsed.
Let them
If
entertain
you're
you.
going to punch you, make sure you get a check first.
Yeah. Did I give you a check?
No. He didn't punch me.
Bye!